Hustle. It's Health and Hustle. It's the Health and Hustle show. You tuned into Detroit King Tape, the Health and Hustle show, man. We keeping it popping. Let's get right into it, man. We gonna turn this shit up. Why not? Why wouldn't we? You know what I'm saying? If you just as real in person, man, turn up with me. You gotta be just as real in person, man. Let's go. I'm just a bougie ass nigga, but gangsta my persona, money more problems still. Gotta get them dollars off my life. I've been ballin'. I'm a hustler, that's my calling. The bodies start dropping if you make me put the call in. Riding dirty with a burner. Get the money out the furnace. For niggas sit it all, cause they know your boy a earner. We got a bunch of good shit to talk about today, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple topics I'm gonna touch on. Yeah, money, nigga, fuck you. Gotta haters, all you lovers. Got a plug in Arizona tryna send me 20 of them. Just a real ass nigga getting rich is just a bonus. Gotta keep a cameraman just to capture all the moments. Got my word in my cojones. Guns and money, keep it on us. So many hours on the road. Got a master's deal in Yola. Got a cholo in the valley. Got a line with Sinaloa. Bitches I can't remember. We ain't fucked and I don't know you. High power lawyer. I'm a die-hard Detroit. I get the drugs from the borders and we sell them to support us. Running bricks through the spot. Trying to see every quarter. Money, power, respect in that order. I'm just a bougie ass nigga, but gangsta my persona, more money, more problems still. Gotta get them dollars on my life. Man, if you out here getting them dollars, you know what I'm saying? All you got is your balls and your cojones. You know what I'm saying? Your word and your cojones. You feel me? Like you standing on what you say, you doing what you say, man, and you are who you are. Man, give yourself a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a round of applause. Like I said, it's the Health and Hustle show, man. This is what we doing. Straight off the muscle, it's Health and Hustle. Yeah, it's Health and Hustle, man. So, once again, if you tapped in with me right now, you doing something healthy, you thinking healthy, you ate something healthy, you got a healthy circle. Round of applause to yourself. Round of applause if you're doing some good deeds or you got some good deeds planned today. You're considerate, you're thinking of others and thinking how you can help return, you know what I'm saying, a favor or good deeds that are done for you. Give yourself a round of applause. Let's get straight to it. So the topic I'm going with today, I got a couple of topics I want to touch on. But the topic I want to touch on today is this, is really success, stress. Does success equal stress? You know what I'm saying? Now, this is a question you have to ask yourself. And before I even go into that and ask that, I want to know, what does success mean to you? Like, what is success to you? Like, is success getting a bag? Is success having a happy family? You know, is success reaching your goals and your accomplishments, a bunch of accolades, like you being known for or the fame? Like, what is success to you? I think you really need to dive deep and ask yourself that, because all of us are chasing goals and we have like plans and things that we want to accomplish in life. I know that's a big thing, you know, amongst the community, period. Like everyone, especially with the influence, like the outer influence of all of the social media and just people winning in real life, like you want to join that crowd too. You want to be winning as well. You want to throw your shit up. You want to show what you got. You want to, you know, you want to be on that platform. So what does success equate to you? Because if you're chasing success, I'm sure that that's going to come with some form of stress. So, and that's the thing I was reading. I was reading up on this one article. I was trying to find this one article again where it was talking about success and how success equals stress in certain levels, but that success also, it can go both ways. That's what I'm saying. Let me try to find this article. I had this article. It's a really good one, too. It was a really good article I had found. Okay, here it is right here. Let me see if this is it. Okay, so it said, Would it shock you to learn that success doesn't equal stress? I wouldn't be surprised if this concept is difficult for you to accept. For years, I struggled to embrace the concept that life can be easy. After all, most of us are programmed to believe that life is hard. So, are you programmed to believe that life is hard and that the only way you can receive some success is going through stress? That's a key question to ask yourself. So it also says highly successful people often use stress positively to bring about change and activity. They are anxious about today and the future. They stress about the thought of losing and they worry about not having enough hours in a day to get everything done. So, I mean, we all stress. We all are under a level of stress. But mostly, if you're equating, success as going through a certain level of stress, hardships, sacrifice, I think in this day and time, that's what's associated with success. The sacrifice, the discipline, the dedication, all of these things are pushing your body and your mind, mostly your mind. It's pushing your mindset and your mentality to a level to where you have to become. Let me see how I want to put this. To where you have to become like a robot, a routine, to where you can't let nothing. You have to have tunnel vision. You have to stay focused, and you can't allow anything to sidetrack you. You can't allow nothing to get in your way. Like, you have to really become numb to a lot of shit. Like, you can't let your emotions tap in and bother you in any type of way, because it could sidetrack you off of that journey to get to your goals, to accomplish your goals. So therefore, that means you're suppressing your emotions, which I understand all too well because I do that. Suppress my emotions and move forward. That's why the balance is so important. If you are chasing success, like we all are, like that level of stress, you have to find ways to release it and relieve it. And you have to find ways to tap into those emotions that you suppress. Take that and turn it to a passion. That's what I do. So if I'm having any emotion, right? It could be a frustration. It could be an anger. I'm talking about any of the negative emotions. If I'm finding any of the negative emotions, I have to take those instead of just suppressing them. Of course, you're going to move them to the side because you don't want them to be the focal point of what's going on with you. That's why you have people stressing so hard when things play back in their head over and over again. Because what happens is that a thought fuels the emotion. Then it's a cycle. The thought fuels the emotion, then the emotion fuels the thought. And then the thought now can be attached to an action. It can be used to promote an action. So if you are able to control that thought and take that thought and diminish that thought, if it's an anger thought or fear, frustration, whatever, if you can take that thought and diminish that thought, then it won't fuel that emotion. So it won't be a chain reaction of it. It will just be, okay, put that fire out. You need to be great at putting fires out. And I learned to master that along my journey. That's why that's even in the hustle codes in the chapter fear. So what you have to do, and mastery, chapter mastery as well. What you have to do is you have to be able to put those fires out. So the fires, when I'm speaking of fires, I'm talking about those thoughts, those unwanted thoughts. You have a bunch of thoughts that's passing through your head. There's thousands of thoughts every day that pass through your head. And it's if you attach to one of them. If not, you'll let them pass like clouds. The key is to let them pass like clouds and only grab the ones that are useful to you, beneficial to you, the ones that promote growth, the ones that promote health, promote peace, these type of serene environments and things like this right here. That's how you fuel your mindset. That's why you'll find me at the beach. You'll find me doing things that help promote and fuel the healthy lifestyle that I'm balancing out mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, and emotionally. So if you become good at putting those fires out or letting those thoughts pass like clouds, once you become good at that, you basically can create a healthy and happier lifestyle instead of succumbing to whatever comes to you. Do you know how many people are dead? How many people are sitting in prison? How many people have destroyed their lives and others' lives because they reacted on a thought and an emotion? If they were able to have the tools to put that fire out or let that thought pass like a cloud, they wouldn't have reacted on that thought or that emotion like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you have to be able to do that. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to learn how to do that. You need to learn how. That's what meditation helps with that. So even getting into a meditative state or some type of therapy, and not the therapy in just talking to someone that you don't know. Everyone is running to the therapeutic way of just talking to someone you don't know. That's cool because I guess you can release it or whatever. But my method is like I have a series of things that I use as therapy. Music is therapy for me. Creating music and listening to music. Working out is therapy for me. Also talking to someone who is elevated and on the level that I'm on or higher, that I can release or get something from an exchange where it's an exchange. Also working on projects like doing the hustle code. That was therapy for me. Writing that book was therapy for me. Doing this right now is therapy for me. Talking and being able to share to the people, this is therapy. Riding, listening to music is therapy. Like getting a massage is therapy. Like I have so many different ways that I can release and get back into me and my purpose and what I need to be doing in life. That way I can continue to let the thoughts and the clouds pass. The unwanted thoughts and clouds, I'll let them pass. I'll allow them to pass. That way you don't see me, you won't see Tape upset. If you see me upset, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like I normally don't get upset. I'll voice my opinion or something. And then I also remind myself that it's just my opinion. It's my perspective of how I'm looking at something. And the one key thing that I learned in life is an understanding is a bad motherfucker. So if you have an understanding of things, give yourself a round of applause. And I want to say this right here. This is what I want to bring to the forefront is that the key thing about understanding is if you understand a person, place, or a thing, then you should have no reason to get upset about it. Because if you understand a place is not for you, then you shouldn't be there. So that understanding right there, you ain't gonna go to what I say, you ain't gonna go to the circus and get mad at the clown. Why would you go to the circus and get mad at the clown? That's dumb as you the clown if you do some shit like that. Because you go to a circus to be amused by a clown. So if I don't want to be at a fucking circus, or if I don't want to attend or be in the company of a clown, then guess what? I won't attend a circus. It's that fucking simple. So if you have an understanding of a person, if they're a clown, if they're a fool, you know what I mean? Or if they anger you being around them, why in the fuck would you go around them? This is the common sense consultation that I'm going to bring out. That where if you need to tap in and get some common sense, yo, tap in with me, get some common sense. Hit DetroitKingTape.com. We can set up something on Calendly. You know what I mean? And you can get some sound advice. Like, because it's the basics. It's real simple. If something don't work for you, don't do it. If something ain't good for your system, don't eat it. You know this right here, right? If you are lactose intolerant, which most of us are, If you lactose intolerance, and lactose intolerance is just this right here, right? Why would you be fucking drinking milk from another species? You'll never see a cow drink human milk. So my thing is this right here, but that's a whole nother level. I'm not finna get into that. My thing is this. If you are lactose intolerant, you shouldn't be drinking any dairy. You shouldn't be eating dairy, drinking dairy, none of this shit, right? Or else guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna mess your stomach up. It's gonna fuck your system up. So if you know these things, that's the understanding. It's really simple. If you don't want to get in trouble, you don't want to do this, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, break any laws, whatever, don't be in those environments. Don't do it. That's the understanding. You know, if you're trying to hold strong and not, you know what I mean, like be tempted by a certain thing, then don't do it. If you're trying to be loyal, you're trying to be faithful, why would you go hang around hoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is just the logic of everything. Like, don't put yourself in a situation to where it's going to, you know, like challenge you to the point to where you may be weak and do something. If you're a rehabilitated drug addict, then 9 times out of 10, you probably shouldn't be around other people abusing drugs, right? Just common sense, man. So that's common sense consultation. Tap in if y'all need it. And that's it. So where those, so let me get back to the question, initial question. Where does success, like what does success mean to you? How does success resonate with you? What is your view and your perspective on success? And I would love to hear, like I'm going to release this, but I would love to hear you guys in the comments. I would love to hear y'all tap in and say some things because these build conversations. We want the engagement. So let's go with that. Does your success equal stress? Like what does success mean to you? Because at this point, my success is this, is being impactful. And if y'all paying attention, like social media, the internet, all of this shit, like it's changing. And it's changing, it's shifting. So I was just talking to somebody about this morning. The shift is shifting from the follower. It's not about having all these followers and you know, just the numbers game. It's shifting from the numbers game and it's going by the impact that you have. How much of an impact do you have? Like how powerful, like if I put this message out right here and it's powerful, that has legs, that's going to stand long instead of the content that people are just creating to get a quick buzz and it fades out. These are the things we should be creating now. These are the things that are going to take precedence and they're going to take off after a while. And these will reach more people and be more useful to people than just the regular content. That's why the shift is coming. So if you have any creative content that you're putting out that's impactful, that has substance to it, that's where you need to be sticking at. And that's what I'm creating here. That's what we're creating with the Health and Hustle Show. That's what we're creating with the Hustle Code, with the Nature's Flex, the Detox. We're creating all of this. We want this to be a huge impact on people. I want people to understand that they can still live their lives and be themselves and enjoy it and be in a state of peace. It doesn't have to be in a disarray. You don't have to be stressed out. So getting to that, and so my form of happiness is this right here. Like I'm looking to be creative and more impactful than just getting to the bag. Like we're going to get a bag. We have to survive. But my focus is not solely on the bag now. My focus is being more impactful. Like I say, versus having $1 million, I'd rather inspire 1 million people. So let that sink in. If you inspire 1 million people, you always going to have millions. So that's it.